Hi guys, I'm Sam Fricker, Australian Olympic diver and content creator, and this is a Q&A because I've run out of content ideas. Which have you spent longer doing? Wearing RMs or the jet ski? It's a great question. I actually have my RMs on at the moment, and I would say the RMs because I only jet ski for a weekend typically. I would wear them on the jet ski, but that is reserved for Crocs only because you need a bit of grip. Is it hard to be happy for your Aussie teammates when you didn't make the Olympics? No. Because these guys are your friends. You care about them. You see how hard they work. And when they get on the other side, sometimes you even look back and look at what they did and how they did it and try to learn from that yourself. You feel disappointed with yourself, but not upset that they're on the team. Someone's got to make it. What is your diet like at the moment? As a general rule of thumb, I always try to eat fairly healthy without overthinking it. So I like ice cream, I like lollies, I like grilled burgers. What's the weirdest Australian tradition? Oh, I would say we just love to shorten words and just take things pretty easy going. We don't like to be stressed about much. Just sit back, do the job, and she'll be right. If you were in charge of the Olympic ceremony, which artist would be performing? It'd have to be Icehouse. They're Australian, right? I love their music. Great Southern Land. Could there be a better opening song? Great Southern Land. Probably not. Is there a dive you can't do? There's lots of dives I can't do, and the reason is when you pick your 6 dives that you need to compete, each directions there may be different options you can choose from. For example, on 10 meter, I do a back twist, but some people do front. Now I have done front, but some people, maybe I'll do a front twist that I haven't tried before or I haven't done. There's never been a dive that I've tried to do and haven't been able to, but there are dives I find more difficult than others. Have you ever hit your head in the diving board? Yes. And my head was like bleeding and I thought I had a mild concussion. I wasn't too sure, but I walked away okay. Now I was very reluctant to post it, but I did put it in our diving fails react video. So go and check it out if you want to see me just axe myself. Do you ever get tired? Who doesn't get tired? I certainly get tired. What I do try to do is sleep really well. If I sleep well and eat fairly well, I'm pretty much good for getting through whatever needs to be done that day. But I do have a high energy, so I can have a higher workload and still perform at the level I kind of need to. But I take breaks and rest whenever I need it. And I listen to my body. If my body says I need a break, I take that break. Would you ever do Red Bull cliff diving? Nah. You heard it here first. Won't be doing it. We did actually make a video when we were commentating the Red Bull cliff diving finals here in Sydney, so you can check that video out if you like as well. If you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self? I was asked this the other day, and I don't know if I would tell him anything. I was confused a lot growing up and didn't really know where I fit into society or what I wanted to do, and I was always a little bit unsure of what was my path. But I feel like in the confusion, when you find your way, that kind of builds you up to progressively trying to find your way forward. Because I feel like life is a bit of a stab in the dark. You're just trying to get there. What I would do is I'd give him the head nod. Just, you know, like it's gonna be tough, but you can do it. If you could eliminate one food from the face of the earth, what would it be? Olives, if we could somehow keep olive oil. Oh, and cheese. Cheese sucks. How do you overcome the fear of new dives? You literally just have to send it. You gotta send it. You've done the preparation. You should be ready. And after you've done everything you can, you've just gotta send it and give it a go and see what happens. And a lot of the time it just works. And sometimes it doesn't, and that's scary, but that's part of it. You literally just have to then get up and try again. Do you prefer diving in an indoor pool or an outdoor pool? Great question. If I have to perform at my best, I much prefer an indoor pool. But when it comes to having fun, training camps and making videos, I prefer diving outdoors. So it depends what I'm there to do. What is your spirit animal? First thing comes to mind is a lion. What's the highest height you've ever dived from? The highest I've jumped was maybe like a 15, 16 meter rock jump, but not much higher than that. I've been up on the 27 meter at the cliff diving, but no one's really allowed to jump off it unless you're properly insured and one of the actual competitors. And I don't think I would jump anyway, to be honest. What's the highest you'd be willing to dive from? 10 meters. And we're gonna cap it at that. Would you ever go to university? If I want to achieve something and I needed a university degree to do it, 100%. If I wanted to become a builder like my dad and I needed my building degree or whatever that is, I would go and do it. But for the moment, for my job, I don't need a degree, so I have no reason to go and get one. But if I needed one for what I wanted to do, I would do it. But for the moment, I don't, so I won't. What are your long-term life goals? Be Prime Minister. I want to be successful in business. That's what I want to be doing. I love my diving, and after diving, I'd love to go into business, run my own company, and have that successful. What swimmers do you wear? I wear a whole bunch of them actually. Like, we got our Australian kit that we have to wear when we travel, a whole range of different kind of swimmers. But I do have my own range of swimmers made from recycled plastic bottles, and we actually have a video about that too that you can check out over here. I got the point right that time. Diving pet peeve. Oh, I hate it when the pool's cold. When it's freezing cold, it makes everything that much more difficult because you need to be like relaxed and your arms need to move to get the proper extension, to get the proper angles so you can kick at the right time. And when the pool's cold, it just makes everything more difficult to do. Diving's hard as is. Would you rather lose 4 toes or 2 fingers? 2 fingers, easy done. Is it annoying to come up with new content ideas every week? Not at all. I love the content, and we have a saying that I think we stole from Gary Vee, which is we don't go out to create content, we go out to document what we're doing. And people ask me all the time if I get burnt out or if I don't want to make videos and all that kind of stuff, and I say no, because I do what we want to do and we make videos around it anyway. So when I make a video out doing something, I would have been out doing that thing anyway. We just happen to video it and then make content around it. And because it's something I like, I find making the video super easy. So it's an enjoyable process and I want to keep it that way. What is your advice for a first date? My approach: go out for a nice dinner, ask them lots of questions, be genuinely interested in them, and then be a good listener. If you can listen and ask good questions, I feel like that will set you up for a successful first date. My dating book's coming out soon. What do you reckon about that one, Tim? Would you like to be a presenter for the Olympics? Well, I'm gonna make sure this video is posted after I've signed the contract. But Channel 9 have officially offered me to commentate the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm extremely excited. A great man named Murray gave me a call 24 hours after I did make the team and asked me to come in to do like a job interview, but what it really was a practice run. So they put me and the team in a room, they played the last Olympics, they had the executive team sit and watch, and we sat there and commentated for like 40 minutes. And then they went back and offered me the job. So I will be commentating this Olympic Games, and I'm immensely excited for the opportunity and very excited to be part of the Olympic team on the other side. Would you rather lose all the money you made this year or the memories from this year? Take the money. The money can go. You can always make more money, but you can't get more time, and memories are priceless. Get rid of the money every day of the week. Who's Timmy? Should we get his own camera? Timmy films my YouTube videos, and I always rely on him when I'm unsure about anything I've just said. And then I look for Tim for confirmation. Normally I get it, sometimes I don't, and we redo it. So, do you miss Newcastle? Now, I grew up in Newcastle and it was a great place to be a kid and run around, but I find there's a lot more opportunities in Sydney for work, diving, and really for my life. Moving forward, Sydney has more opportunities. It is a lot more expensive though. A diving pool is deep enough. It seems like you almost hit the bottom whenever you dive. Diving pools typically are around 5 meters. Sometimes in the private schools where they have diving pools, they're a little bit shallower, say 4 or 3.5, and you've got to be aware of it, because when it's say 3.5 or 4, you could accidentally hit the bottom. 5, we typically never do. And when you hit the water as a diver, you don't go straight down. You actually go under the water, then do a front flip, or if it's a back entry, you'll go forward and you'll stop yourself underwater. And we do that to get a clean rip and a flat entry. And subsequently, you don't go very deep into the pool. What are you loving outside of diving right now? Making content, traveling, flying my plane, my remote control plane, Tim, hanging out with friends. How rigid is your lifestyle? Do you ever have a strict routine? Are you super flexible? So when I train, diving is immensely rigid. We train 2 hours in the morning, 3 hours of a night, 6 days a week we're diving, and we've got to be super rigid with times and schedules because our coach is there. When I'm not diving, that schedule is completely taken away, and I found myself in a unique position now where I'm not in that rigid training regime because I've got to be at time. What languages do you know? What languages do you want to know? Well, I barely know English, so I'm trying to sort that one out before I even think about something else. I know like bonjour. For any Chinese fans that are listening, let me know if you can understand the Chinese that my old Cinco partner Xixing has taught me. We got Ni Hao, we got Jiao, which I think means good luck, and Junjiao, which I believe means dumpling, and Ni Hao Ma. I think that's hi how are you. Would you get a tattoo? If so, what and where? I always said I'd get the Olympic tattoo, and then I went and I didn't want to, which is weird. A lot of people get the Olympic tat, but I just haven't felt like it, and to be honest, I probably will never get a tattoo. There was a lot of questions about the Olympics, but I made a full video about it that you can check out right here. I didn't really want to dwell on it in this video because we've moved on. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your questions, and I'll see you in the next one.